check that out. You don't want to walk on it, baby? Tiffany will not walk on the skywalk. She'll walk next to it and look. But she said, I am not walking on that. Well, there goes the Carnival Luminosa. She's heading out. She didn't stay very long today. She came in after us and is first one out of here. We are back on board the ship after having an awesome day in Ketchikan today. I love me some Ketchikan.
Yes. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did. It was beautiful. And I mean, all we did today was the walking tour. And I talked about this in a live because we just finished a live video. Share everything in Ketchikan, but we just got the walking tour map. You get right there in the visitor center and basically just followed the map all around Ketchikan, saw totem poles, greenery, rivers. I mean, we've seen it all today. Been watching seaplanes. Tiffany did some shopping. We had, we've seen bald eagles today. We saw a harbor seal.
Yes.
Playing in the water over by the Ruby Princess. It has been a good day. Now, some folks said they saw some deer. We didn't see any deer, though. No. Just bald eagles and a seal. And I said just. I mean, like that's a just, right? No, we saw bald eagles and a seal. Good day, happy day. So, Ketchikan is definitely a thumbs up cruise sport for us. Oh, we got a seaplane coming in. It's about to get a little bit noisy. We're about 30 minutes here from the all aboard time. Our all aboard time today is 2:30. And then once we get done with that, we should be setting sail here shortly. And it's going to be back to looking at scenery. And that's probably, honestly, how we're going to spend a good portion of this afternoon. Is just going to be watching the scenery go by. Because according to what it looks like on the map, especially from this point on, it is all about the scenery.
Yes.
So we're really looking forward to that. But again, highly recommend Ketchikan. We'll do more talk about Ketchikan and everything once we get back from the cruise. And like I said, we did a little bit on a live video. Tomorrow we have the glacier in Juneau. But like I said, this afternoon, we'll see what's going on around the ship. And of course, lots and lots of viewing of nature. Tiffany's going to be out on the balcony with her binoculars, watching airplanes and looking for whales and seals, and someone's floating out there in the water.
That's a buoy.
And whatever else she could possibly find out there.
I found 4 eagles this morning.
She found 4 eagles sitting in trees this morning, so couldn't get any video, and they were just too far. She's been using her binoculars. So, but for now, we're going to go ahead and continue on with today and get ready to sail away from Ketchikan. So we have officially pulled away from Ketchikan, and I thought we were going to get super lucky. So we were outside on deck number 7, pulling away from Ketchikan, and Tiffany's looking over the side of the ship, and she happens to see a whale spout up, further up in the channel past the ship. We saw it once, then she had me look. I saw it a couple times, and we're heading right for it, thinking we were going to see this whale. And, well, it turns out the whale tricked us. I mean, to the point where we're sure, he must come down one of the two sides of the ship. So I'm on one side with the camera, Tiffany's on the other, hoping at least one of us sees the whale. Nope. The whale decided to play a game with us, trick us. Apparently the whale went deep, went underneath the ship, and came up after the ship. By the time we figured it out, we walked back there. There were some people back there. We asked them, hey, did the whale pop up? And they're like, yep, sure did. Which means we missed the whale. Now, granted, it's still early in the trip. Not the only whale up here. But we had an opportunity for a whale, and we missed it. So we're going to be keeping our eye out, though. We want to see some whales. All right, so while we were in town today, one of the things that we got, and I just want to share this with you, this is a root beer. So it's brewed right there in Ketchikan, and it's made by children. So this is made by some 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds that actually make this root beer. Not like, child labor kind of things, but, it's like their project, and they actually make this right here in Ketchikan, and it is really, really good. So if you guys get a chance, and you see it's called Little Lager, brewed right there in Alaska, and it says it's brewed by kids. And we got it back there in the candy store. What's the name of the candy store, baby?
Ketchy Candies.
Ketchy Candies. You can get the root beer there. You can get candy there. It's all locally made. And like I said, the root beer is made by kids. And the formula is actually the shop owner's daughter. And she's only 21. And she's actually the one that came up, according to her, with this particular root beer recipe. So, and it is really, really good. Local. Help support that local economy. So if you like some root beer, want to taste some root beer, and she will give you samples of it if you go into the store to even see if you like it. So recommend some root beer.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gents, we have a killer whale off our port side, about midships, middle of the ship, close to the shoreline over there. You can see the big dagger fin surfacing. Killer whale, what a treat. Orca, top predator of the ocean, is surfacing off our port left side. Fantastic. Off our starboard right side, you can see a red buoy. About a 1 o'clock position right now off our starboard right bow. You can see a red channel marker out there, red buoy. We have some stellar sea lions that are hauled out on the flat part of the red buoy. Even with the naked eye, you can pick them up, but if you have a good pair of binoculars, you'll get a much better view. They're resting on the platform there, so stellar sea lions, named after the naturalist explorer George Steller. They can be 8 to 10 feet long, very cumbersome on land, but in the water, they are ballerinas. They are amazing swimmers. So stellar sea lions, they're about 3 or 4, quite large, hauled out on the red buoy off our starboard right side. Well, guys, we are officially inside of Snow Passage. If you are on the starboard right side and you have a good pair of binoculars, you want to pan back and forth along the shoreline, very close to the ship now, off our starboard right side. You never know, you might get lucky and have a bear come out onto the beach. If a boulder moves, could be a bear. So let's all be looking along the shoreline off our starboard right side. Just kind of swing your binoculars back and forth, and you never know what could come out of the forest. 2 years ago we saw a pack of wolves. So we'll cross our fingers. You never know. So we'll be on bear and wolf alert along the shoreline off our starboard right side.
All right, so starboard right side, they're on Bear and Wolf Look. Unfortunately, we are on the port left side. Now, we do have a shoreline over here, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see something.
Hey, we have a school of doll porpoise heading your way off the starboard right side. About a 1 o'clock position right now. A little more than 100 yards off our starboard right bow. So the splashes that you see on the surface from the right side, starboard side of the ship, we'll be getting you closer. Doll porpoise, D-A-L-L, named after the naturalist William Dahl. They're about 6 feet long, black and white in coloration, and they can cruise at 30 miles an hour. Killer whales want to eat them, but they can't catch them. So we have a small school of doll porpoise coming your way, starboard right side.
All right, again on the starboard right side. We are on port left side.
So again, guys, we have that school of doll porpoise much closer now. Starboard right side, slicing up to the surface. They have the largest heart doll porpoise in proportion to their body size. So every time their heart beats, that oxygen-rich blood empowers them, gives them a lot of muscular speed. And again, they can move at 30 miles an hour. They love cruise ships. They love to come in along our bow wave. There's a vacuum in there, and they kind of get towed along, and they play in the bow wave. So quite often throughout the week, we'll be seeing doll porpoise. Right now, they're off our starboard right side. Ladies and gents, surrounding us this evening, and actually for most of our cruise, is the largest temperate rainforest in the world. Tongass National Forest covers 500 miles, 17 million acres of southeast Alaska's coastline. That is 80% of southeast Alaska covered by forests. The Amazon, the largest tropical rainforest in South America, in that hothouse tropical climate, the Amazon has the greatest diversity of plants. But the Tongass National Forest here in Alaska has the greatest density of plants. If anybody did a rainforest hike today, earlier in Ketchikan, if you got in under the canopy of trees in the forest, you saw how thick the forests are here. Even out from the cruise ship, looking out at the trees and bushes on these nearby islands and mountainsides, it's as if you can't even fit a hand in there. So with the forests here in southeast Alaska so dense, the land nearly impassable, the local Alaskans, they use the open waterways to travel on. So instead of a car culture, as in the lower 48 mainland United States, here, your boat is your car. We're getting around the neighborhood in Water World. This is amazing. Overall, Alaska has 47,000 miles of coastline. If you count where the state touches the ocean, measuring all the coves, islands, and infolded fjords. The Earth's circumference at the equator, around the middle of the Earth, is 25,000 miles. So Alaska's coastline, if you straightened it all out, would wrap around planet Earth nearly 2 times. If you are outside now on your balcony, or maybe on the outer decks, if you take a deep breath, you are breathing some of the purest air on the planet. We call Alaskan air champagne air. You can get giddy just breathing all that pure oxygen out there. Also, guys, you may be noticing how big and expansive Alaska is. Alaska's size and clarity is off the chart of what you may be normally used to seeing. In cities and towns, your vision is constantly obstructed, foreshortened, chopped up by a hodgepodge of buildings. But out here, the eye can fly, unimpeded, everywhere you look. So, big Alaska and amazing pure air. So, red buoy, starboard side, about 1 to 2 o'clock position right now. And we've got 3 or 4 huge, fat, plump, glossy brown stellar sea lions hauled out on that red buoy. Ladies and gents, just a bit of information about tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning will be one of the natural highlights of the cruise. We're going to enter a beautiful fjord called Endicott Arm. It's 30 miles long, very narrow and serpentine. Mountains will be rising right straight up out of the ocean. May see some waterfalls cascading down the cliffs. And the water is decorated with topaz blue icebergs. So from 5 a.m. until 9 a.m., we're going to do scenic cruising through Endicott Arm Fjord. It is spectacular. Try not to miss a minute. We want to go all the way in to see Dawes Glacier at the end or eastern terminus of the fjord. But that all depends on the thickness of the ice field, the icebergs in front of the glacier. As we proceed into Dawes or Endicott Arm Fjord tomorrow morning, the captain will, safety of course is number one concern to our captain, your safety, the safety of the ship. So he will assess the thickness of the ice as we get closer to the glacier, and our captain will make a determination of exactly how far in we can get minute by minute by checking the thickness of the ice field in front of the glacier. But in any event, it's all about the destination and the journey tomorrow. So try to get up early tomorrow. 5 a.m. we cross the bar into Endicott Arm Fjord, and it will be a spectacular experience. So definitely have your cameras loaded and charged up. And everybody takes about 200 pictures tomorrow morning. It is one spectacular place.
Alrighty, another day done, over, and complete. Ketchikan is in the books. And, you know, today, I just cannot say enough good stuff about how much fun we had today. How much fun we had exploring around in Ketchikan. And then we come back on the ship. I mean, we've seen orcas. A lot of orca whales today.
Yes.
I mean, so we've seen bald eagles today. We saw a harbor seal. We've seen orcas.
Some guests or cruise passengers were lucky enough to see the sea lions.
Yep. You guys heard, you know, there were sea lions on the other side, and we couldn't get over there to see the sea lions. Some of the best viewing spots, you know, if you want to be outside, for me, in my opinion anyway, is down on deck 7, because there's no glass, no anything. It's just a railing. You can see really well. Well, for whatever reason, they have all of the outside on deck 7 closed off. You can't get out, you know, port or starboard. So kind of sucks that, you know, when it's like, hey, go look on the starboard side, and the best place to go over there and get video is a place you can't even access. And I don't even know why they have it closed, to be honest with you. No one seems to actually know why it's closed. It's just closed. I'm sure somebody does, but just the crew members around in the area, they have no idea. So not sure why or what's going on with that, but it is. Anyway, neither here nor there. I figure what we miss going, it'll be some stuff we'll be able to see coming back. I guess that's the best way to put that.
Yes.
So we're going to get ready to shut it down for today, because tomorrow is another early day. We're going into the Endicott. Is that what he said it was? The Endicott Arm. And we start the cross-in on that at 5 a.m. in the morning. So I want to be up, ready to go. And we're going to be in there from 5 to 9. Now, they made the announcement that it's going to, you know, you guys heard, it's going to depend on the thickness of the ice, whether or not we're going to make it all the way up to the Dawes Glacier. Fingers crossed that we are going to be able to make it up there. I really want to see that. But Mother Nature is going to be the deciding factor for that one. But we should be able to hopefully see some more animals. Maybe, you know, on the shoreline, see some waterfalls, see some beautiful scenery. I think it's going to be super exciting. We've even, we're pre-ordering our breakfast, because we have no intention of leaving the cabin between 5 and 9 o'clock. Just going to be taking in the scenery tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon we'll be in Juneau, Alaska. So we are going to shut it down for tonight. get ready to relax. Yeah, it's still daylight and everything, but it is coming up on 9 o'clock. And got to get some rest so we can do it all again tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, well, I hope everybody has enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys liked it as much fun as we had. I know it's not the same as being here, but today was a whole lot of fun. I really hope that kind of came through in our videos today. But if you did enjoy today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. I'm not sure what's going on with Tiffany over here.
I'm trying not to yawn out loud.
Oh, I was like, what? Are you making these weird noises in the middle of the video?
Sorry.
All right, so if you haven't done so, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Let you know anytime we put out new videos. Keep up with every adventure we have going on. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day.
And like always, we'll see you out on the high seas.